Hello everyone. So I have started working. Let me first show you. I have started working on the coffee shop dashboard from Maven Analytics, as you can see over here. So this is a guided project. So I think I should start working on this, and I will show you the steps which I will follow through this process of data analytics, and I will record this video and post it on YouTube. So it will be helpful for the beginners to understand that how data analytics works. So let's start with the data. As you can see over here, this is uh, the transaction ID. One second, let me. So yeah, this is a transaction ID. This is transaction date. This is transaction time. And this is transaction quantity. So as you can see over here, from this 4 column, everything is related to the transaction. Now, if you look over here for the 5th and 6th column, this is basically related with the store ID and store location, and the rest of the columns are representing the product detail or product ID or everything related to the product. So in one table, in one fact table, there you can see we have three information. Um, Three type of information. One is transaction ID, transactional related uh, data. Then the second one is store related data, and the third one is product related data. So if you are familiar with the normalization, then you can see that there are so many data which is repeating, which is not good if we have a huge amount of data. But if you look over here, we have only 1,49,116 records here. So we do not have too many records here, but if we have a numerous number of records, then it will impact our dashboard performance. So what we can do, we will do normalization in this data. So before doing that, let me first show you that how it will impact the performance of the dashboard. So let's say if you, so I have used Control Shift L to create a drop down to the each column. So press Control Shift L. Now, if you select, let's say 5, and for this 5, as you can see, these values are, this text are repeating. So if we can minimize this, if we can remove this column, and if we create another table with store ID and store location, and if we connect this store ID to this table, then these values won't be repeating there, right? The numerical values will be repeating, and we will connect this value with this factual table, fact table. So I will start working on this, but I want to show you first everything, that how it is working. So as you can see, this is also repeating. Now let's come to the product ID. So let's say if I select, let's say 4, then you can see these numbers all are repeating, right? So what we can do, we will remove all the columns and we will keep only the product ID, and we will create another table for the product where all the information will be stored, and we will be connecting this product ID with this table. So let me show you another one. So as you can see, similar thing, they are all repeating. So let's start with this first one. So I will go to the data from table range. So this is our table, and it has been automatically selected. So in this table, we will put the transaction ID, transaction date, transaction time, store ID, but we will remove this store location, unit price, product category, product type, and product detail. So remove columns. Now you can see we have transaction ID, transaction date, transaction time, transaction quantity, store ID, product ID, and we will name this as F transactions. Transactions, right? Now I will copy this and I will paste this over here, and I will name this as D store, right? And I will remove this last step, and I will select this one and remove other columns. So now we have only store ID and store location. Now what I will do, from home, keep rows, keep duplicates, no, remove rows, and here we will remove the duplicates. So now as you can see, we have 3 values and 3 store locations. Now again, copy this and paste it over here. This is D product. Now we will select all the columns representing the product, and we will remove other columns. Then we will remove duplicates. So now these are all the unique values. Now let's close and apply, close and load to. So we will only create a connection and we will add this to the data model. Now let's go to the PowerPivot. And here, this is the F transaction data. This is the store data. This is the product data. And now let's create the relationships. So we will create a star schema. And as you can see over here, I put the F transaction here and the D product here. So we will create a star schema. If all the dimension table, this is the dimension table, this is the dimension table, is connected by one-to-many relationship with the fact table, then it is known as star schema, right? Now store ID, drag it over here. Now you can see this is a one-to-many relationship. And for the product ID, we will drag it over here. So now you can see we have 3 tables, 2 representing the dimension table and 1 representing the fact table. And now we have a normalized data, because if you look over here in F transaction, we have all the transactional data. We have the store ID and we have the product ID, right? So this will help us. The values are not, the text values are not repeating here. So this will increase our performance, our report or dashboard performance. And if you come over here, then you can see we have only 3 values here. So, and now this store ID is connected to the F transaction, and similar as the product ID is connected to the F transactions product ID. So this is the data normalization. I think it will help you to understand that how you can normalize the data. This is a very unique and very powerful concept in SQL, but we can use this in Excel or Power BI to increase our performance of the report. So this is the first part of the data preparation. We will create another table, the calendar table. But in this video, I want to show you the data normalization. So if you have any question, you can put the question in the comment section. This is the first part. Next, we will work on the creation of the calendar table, and then we will do some data visualization, and we will create some pivot table.